Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago Bears fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. I've got some explosive rumors swirling around the NFL, and they involve none other than Bijan Robinson, the dynamic running back from the Atlanta Falcons. This isn't just your average trade speculation. This could be a seismic shift in the NFC North, and more specifically, for the Chicago Bears' offensive future. So buckle up, because what I'm about to tell you could reshape how we see the Bears attack in the upcoming seasons. Sources suggest that the Falcons, currently sitting at a 4-7 record and in the midst of a rebuild, are considering moving Bijan Robinson. The Falcons are reportedly looking to trade him to the Bears in exchange for a third-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. Now, at first glance, some might say, why would Atlanta move such a promising young star? Well, the Falcons are facing some tricky cap issues, about $14 million of space free, and with Desmond Ridder showing promise as their quarterback, they're also eyeing upgrades on the defensive line and at wide receiver. Plus, Atlanta's management might be feeling that they need to make some tough decisions to get under the cap and rebuild more efficiently. But what makes this trade so intriguing is the potential for the Bears to significantly upgrade their backfield and offensive explosiveness. Bijan Robinson, drafted in 2023, is a true phenom. In his 3-year career so far, he's been nothing short of electric. With 518 carries for 432 yards and an almost 4.7 yards per carry average, he's shown he can make plays whenever he touches the ball. Add to that his 119 receptions for 918 yards and 23 total touchdowns, and it's clear that Robinson isn't just a running back. He's a versatile weapon who can shift the momentum of a game on a dime. His metrics are impressive across the board. Pro Football Focus gives him a high grade of 86.2, and he's broken over 250 tackles in his young career, proving he's difficult to bring down. His EPA per run, which measures the expected points added per carry, stands at 0.18, meaning he consistently contributes to advancing the offense. His yards after contact average of 5.1 yards per attempt shows how tough he is to bring down, and his ability to create yardage after contact is a nightmare for defenses. Looking into the 2025 season, Robinson's numbers are still solid. Playing 11 games, he racked up 172 carries for 853 yards, averaging 5.0 yards per carry, and scored 4 rushing touchdowns. He also caught 49 passes for 543 yards and added 2 receiving touchdowns. His PFF grade remains high at 84.9, and his yards per game average of 77. 5 rushing plus receiving yards demonstrates his consistency as a dual-threat back. The Falcons, in their rebuild, might be willing to part ways with him because they're facing some cap constraints with a pending deal for Kirk Cousins and a roster that needs reinforcements on the defensive front and at wide receiver. Losing Robinson could be a blow, no doubt, but the Falcons seem to be betting on future draft picks and cap flexibility to rebuild faster. Now, from the Bears' perspective, acquiring Robinson could be a game-changer. Imagine this: Robinson paired with Khalil Herbert, who's been solid when healthy, and a possible addition of a guy like Donta Foreman or even Rashad Penny, creating a backfield that's not just good but explosive. Robinson's ability to burst through gaps resembles a lightning strike, fast, unpredictable, and devastating for defenses. His speed and vision could complement Justin Fields' dynamic style perfectly, opening up more opportunities for big plays and extending drives. What's particularly exciting is how Robinson's skill set could elevate the Bears' overall production. Last season, Chicago averaged around 900 rushing yards as a team, but with Robinson's addition, projections suggest that could skyrocket to over 400 yards combined. Not only that, but his presence on the field would create mismatches, especially against linebackers, because of his ability to run routes and catch out of the backfield. His 23 touchdowns in 3 seasons show his nose for the end zone, and with the Bears' offense already showing flashes of potential under head coach Matt Eberflus, adding such a versatile weapon could push the team toward becoming one of the most potent rushing attacks in the league. Statistically, the comparison between Robinson and Herbert is eye-opening. Robinson averages about +1. 2 yards per carry more than Herbert and forces defenses to account for him differently. His broken tackles per game, around 2.5, are among the best for running backs under 25, making him a nightmare to bring down. Bringing him into the fold would also take pressure off Justin Fields, who's been developing as a passer but thrives when defenses respect the run. This could reduce blitz packages and open up more opportunities for play-action passes, which is crucial for a young quarterback trying to find his rhythm. And let's not forget about the red zone. Robinson's ability to punch in touchdowns from close range could increase the Bears' red zone efficiency, which has been a bit inconsistent in recent years. Last year, the team scored touchdowns on about 55% of their red zone trips, but with Robinson's physical running style, that number could rise to 73% or higher. That's a huge difference, more points, more wins, and it would make Chicago's offense even more dangerous. From a strategic standpoint, adding Robinson aligns perfectly with the Bears' long-term vision. The team needs to build a balanced attack, and with Robinson's explosiveness, they could be setting themselves up for sustained success, not just a quick rebuild. His ability to create big plays and extend drives would help keep the defense fresh, and it would give Fields more options to keep defenses guessing. Plus, Robinson's presence would relieve some pressure on Johnson, especially in the red zone, easing the burden and allowing the offense to be more unpredictable. Looking ahead, the impact on the NFC North and the playoffs could be substantial. The Bears, already showing promise at 8-3 at this point in the season, could cement their position as a legit playoff contender with a weapon like Robinson in their backfield. His clutch EPA per run, which measures the expected points added during critical moments, is +0.31, meaning he's a player who can step up in crunch time. That kind of clutch performance can swing games, especially in the playoffs, where every possession counts. The odds of the Bears making a deep playoff run would increase significantly with Robinson. Bookmakers are already pricing the Bears at around +850 to beat the Cowboys in the upcoming matchup, and having a weapon like Robinson could push those odds even further in their favor. If the Bears can reel in Robinson, it's not far-fetched to imagine them as dark horse contenders for the Super Bowl, especially considering the potential for a +40% boost in their running game and overall offensive efficiency. Of course, there's always some skepticism. Atlanta might be hesitant to part with such a talented player, and the Bears would need to make sure the trade fits within their salary cap and long-term plans. But if the deal goes through, the Bears' offensive identity could shift dramatically. Robinson's burst, agility, and versatility could turn Chicago into a nightmare for defenses, an unstoppable backfield duo that keeps opponents guessing and forces them to respect the run as much as the pass. In the end, this hypothetical trade might be exactly what the Bears need to reach that next level. With Robinson in the backfield, the team's ceiling could raise to new heights, making them not just playoff contenders but serious Super Bowl contenders. The NFC North could see a new power emerge, and the Bears fans would finally have a weapon that matches their fiery passion and relentless drive to bring another Lombardi home. So Bears fans, keep your eyes on this story. It's unfolding right before our eyes, and if it happens, it could be one of the most exciting moves in recent franchise history. The possibilities are endless, and the future is bright. If this trade comes to fruition, Chicago could be on the verge of something truly special. The landscape of the NFC North might never be the same, and the Bears could be the ones leading the charge with that electrifying backfield. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. Do you believe this move could push the Bears into Super Bowl contention? Or do you think the Falcons might hold on to Bijan Robinson? Either way, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. Remember, the future is ours to shape, and with moves like this, the Bears could be rewriting their story in a big way. Let's keep that fire burning, Bears fans.